In a village tucked between the edge of a dense forest and the sea, people spoke of a horizon that wasn't just seen, it was felt, a place beyond the last visible light, beyond where eyes could see, where destinies patiently waited for those who dared to go far enough. They called it the horizon that waits. Most people laughed at the idea. The horizon is only an illusion, they would say. You chase it and it moves. But one boy named Kael believed differently. Ever since he was small, he would sit by the shoreline at dusk, staring while the sky kissed the ocean, convinced something was there, calling him. His mother once told him, when the world becomes too loud, listen to the pool of silence. The horizon doesn't shout, it waits. Years passed, and Kael grew, but the village remained the same, safe, small, and content. Kael, however, could never shake the longing that lived behind his ribs. It was an adventure, craved. It was meaning, and he felt it waited somewhere beyond what he knew. One day he packed a satchel with a flask of water, dried fruit, and a compass his grandfather had once used in a war he never spoke of. Where are you going? A fisherman asked. To meet something I have felt my whole life, Kael replied. He walked, then sailed, then walked again. Days turned to weeks. He crossed islands where no one spoke his tongue, valleys that echoed with silence, and climbed ridges where only the wind offered comfort. Each night he looked to the horizon. It never came closer, but it never disappeared either. At one point, a storm nearly broke him. He lost his maps, and his faiths nearly followed. He fell to his knees and whispered, "Why do I keep walking if I never arrive?" Then a gentle wind swept across his face, a warmth, a stillness, and he remembered his mother's words. The horizon doesn't shout, it waits. So Kael stood, bruised and sobbed, and walked again, not chasing, but trusting. On the 100th morning, he reached a cliff. Below, an endless plain stretched forward. The sky shimmered differently here. A quietness settled in his bones, not emptiness, but arrival. There was no sign that read, "You have made it." No crowd, no celebration, just him and the sound of his own heartbeat echoing in the vast silence. But he knew this was it. It wasn't a place he had found. It was a version of himself he had uncovered. Kael smiled. He turned around, not to return, but to share what he had learned, that the horizon doesn't move, it waits, and it's not meant to be reached quickly, but with courage, patience, and faith.